Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from. Alright, what it do? What the business is? Word on the street, boss know how the handle is. It's the big boss out. Boss dog can't pull through the door. The top this box, fuck my soliloquy. Remember, tip toss, don't let us compete, produce it off yourself. Cut him in the fire line, maybe you matter. Peak game, no for this one. Swing. Boy just got his oil change. And I'm finna start doing it myself because these oil change prices is off the chain. Boys just spent $90. You know what I'm saying, on the oil change. You feel me? I'm like, bro, I ain't, you know, like, I'm turning into like a mechanic. Cause I'm like, bro, I ain't finna be spending so-and-so dollars for that. I remember oil change was like $30 back in the day. You know what I'm saying? This mug now, a hundo, dang near. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, bro, I can't do it, my bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I just can't. You know, so boss finna be a mechanic, man. You know, that's another job I'm gonna have to add to my arsenal. I'm keeping it 1,000. You know, I might have to, you know, I have to be boss the mechanic, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna create a YouTube called Boss the Mechanic. You know what I mean? Be teaching y'all how to change your oil, change brakes, change struts, everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, when stuff costs too much money, I fix it myself. I fix the whole front end of my truck myself. The ball joints, the upper and the lower, fix both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing. When it comes to something costing $1,500, nope, I'm fixing myself. Well, let's talk boxing. I feel like Lamont Roach can't do any more than what he did in the Tank fight. Let's talk about it. Look, Lamont Roach, I know he know Tank. They fought many times in the amateurs. But I'm going to be real with you. I don't think he can fight any different than what he fought Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank can do more. Lamont Roach, that's who he is. I don't see him being able to do more. Right? And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, what you talking about? I just don't see him being able to do more than what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was the best Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? And shout out to Lamont Roach. He's a very good fighter. But I'm sorry. I just don't see how he can do more than what he did on that night. Now, Tank, on the other hand, if he come in locked in, which I expect him to be, I think he going to stop Lamont Roach. It's a lot of people. You got Shakur, who publicly sat there and said, oh, you know, my bad, John Parker. I'm picking Lamont Roach in a rematch. You know, I just think Lamont Roach gonna beat him. You know, it's a reason why, you know, I brought Lamont Roach in. I sparred him in one of my camps. I was preparing for a fight, and Lamont Roach was there. You know, he a good fighter, and yada, 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 yada. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't taking nothing away from that. But I gotta throw a butt in there. Pause. When it comes down to this fight, Tank versus Lamont Roach, I just see Tank knocking him out, bro. And I know many people gonna be like, oh, you said that the first time. I don't think Tank heart was in boxing. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I know people be like, oh, you making excuses. That's facts. His energy wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying? And even how he fought Lamont Roach was stupid. I'm just gonna be real with you. He didn't fight a smart fight against Lamont Roach. He didn't put combination punches together. He didn't put things together. He kind of throwing a lot of single shots. You know what I mean? Just doing a lot of predictable things in there with Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? Nah, maybe granted because Lamont Roach got his number. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, Lamont Roach has fought Tank many times, and all their fights have been close. But all I'm saying at the end of the day is, like, Tank can do more. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Now, it's going to be a tough fight for Tank. I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be easy. Tank going to blow him out the water. It's going to be a tough fight. Tank normally has issues with shorter fighters. We just being real. All the fights where he's gotten in there with shorter guys, he's had issues, right? So now he finna get in that back in there with him. It's gonna be a tough fight. But I think Tank gonna hurt him and knock him out. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? You can get mad at your mama. Don't get mad at me. Big Boss Hog KP out the 713. Coming down off the mind, body, rock. Y'all, let me stop. All I'm saying at the end of the day is, it's like, I think Tank, he gonna come in locked and loaded. He had a lot going on as far as in his corner. He got this coach saying this coach saying this coach saying this. He had too many ears in his, too many voices in his corner, right? He needs to get Coach Calvin to be his head trainer, and that's it. I don't know what he had going on, Coach Calvin, but he need to fix it, right? And that's just real talk. You know what I'm saying? Tank can do more. Lamont Roach, I feel like can't do more. That was the best Lamont Roach, right? And Lamont, and that was a damn good Lamont Roach. That Lamont Roach can beat a lot of guys at 135 and at 130. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I feel like that's the best version of Lamont Roach. He can't get no better than what we saw on that night. I feel like Tank can. I feel like Tank gonna come in there. It's gonna be a tough, rugged fight. But I think Tank gonna hurt him. And he gonna, once he get him hurt, he getting him out of there. And that's it. And it's on to the next. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Not taking nothing away from Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is a hell of a fighter. He's a good fighter. And I give him the utmost respect. You know, but he been kind of doing a lot of talking, and as he should. You know what I'm saying? You fought to a draw with the one of the most popular boxers, right? So I understand that nobody gave you a shot. So right now he having a little run. He doing interviews. You got people telling him he should have won. He doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it 1,000, is like, Tank is the wrong guy to be doing this to. That's all I'm saying. You know, I get it if you was doing that with Shakur. I'd be like, Shakur, gonna outbox you to death. That's all he gonna do, right? That's Shakur. But you see Tank is the type of guy that he gonna cut your lights off. That's just the truth. He's gonna cut your lights off. You're going to sleep if he land on a button. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Gervonta Tank Davis truly landed on a button on Lamont Roach in this fight. I'm just being honest with you. He landed some shots, but it wasn't nothing crazy to the point where it was on a button. You know what I'm saying? Like he normally do with people. So, like I said before, I think that Gervonta Tank Davis can do better. And I think he will be better. He been real quiet. He been locked in. He ain't been saying nothing. Right? So since he ain't been saying nothing, I take that as he switched on. And he finna come in here trying to wreck something. And don't be shocked if Tank don't really be talking a lot at the press conferences either. Because you know Lamont Roach gonna talk. You know what I mean? Lamont Roach gonna be saying stuff, and Tank just gonna be. And you know, once Tank get violent, Tank and Terence Crawford got something in common. When you piss them off, they can fight angry. And when they fight angry, it's worse for the opponent, right? Normally in boxing, when you involve your emotions, you know what I mean, stuff go in disarray. But Tank and Terence Crawford are the two fighters I seen when you piss them off, they start wrecking stuff. You know what I'm saying? They start beating the brakes. When you piss off Terence Crawford, he finna break something. When you see Tank, he cutting your lights off when you piss him off. You know what I'm saying? Them the two fighters where I'm like, you don't want to piss them off. You know what I'm saying? We got to call spade a spade. I know I'm hard on Terence Crawford, you know, and that's because the reason why I'm hard on Terence Crawford is because everybody make it seem like he don't got to follow the rules. They have all these rules for these other fighters, but him, there's an exemption. But I got a video coming for him. Don't worry about that. Y'all just sit tight. I got a video coming for him. But to get back on topic, all I'm saying at the end of the day, to keep it a spade, it's just like, bro, like, Tank can do more. And I feel like he gonna do more in the rematch. But I remember that video I told y'all. All of y'all that sat there in the comment section and said, oh, this fight not gonna get made. Tank not gonna fight Lamont Roach. He gonna run like a beezy. So when this fight get announced, I need you in the comment section, right? I need you in the comment section of this videos For the people who made videos, I need you to be a man, bro. Stand on your 10 and be like, hey, man, I ain't think the nigga was going to make this fight. I was wrong. That's all I ask, right? We got to be mean at the end of the day, right? So you got to stand on your 10 as a man and be like, you know what? I was wrong. I didn't think this nigga was going to make this fight, right? So we shall see how this thing goes. If this fight get announced, because I'm hearing it's done. And they looking for June. It's gonna be June 21st. That's the date that I saw. You know what I mean? So if it is that, if that's true, like I said, I ain't putting no stock in it. If that's true, because prior to that, they changed the date multiple times. If that is true, I'm telling you, y'all, I better see some grown men in the comment section, because a lot of grown men are so-called grown men, that because a lot of these dudes, they got the physical characteristics of a man, but they don't carry themselves as men. They don't have the mentality. You know what I'm saying? I need you in the comment section saying I was wrong. Now let me know what y'all think. Let's go.